on two. Ready? Hey.
What is going on?
It's your boy. It's your boys. It's the favorite duo of all of y'all, man. Welcome to the Football Frame of Mind weekly show where we talk about everything. So guess what? Everything football, by the way.
Not football.
Not football, man. So we is in the off season right now. We're in the off season right now, player. So we like what we gonna talk about. Well, guess what we gonna
Everything.
Everything. So before we get started, man, how you doing?
We are welcoming you officially to the off. If you've been under a rock, obviously college football has been done for over a month now. And if you were still under the same rock, the Super Bowl was played 2 weeks ago, meaning the offseason is officially underway. So you're getting into free agency, you're getting into the draft, you're getting into spring ball. The transfer portal window already closed. So now you're going to start seeing those guys who move around. Are they moving up the depth chart? Are they moving down the depth chart? We're going to be getting into the coaching carousel today. So you're going to start seeing those new faces and new places, man, how they're establishing those cultures. What do we have expectations-wise for these guys? And like just the new outlook of everything. You know, the offseason is literally just flipping a table over on its head and say start over. There's so many different processes and all these things, different faces, places, players, all kinds of moving parts, man. But if you do like this kind of content, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe across all platforms, man. Obviously, YouTube is there, TikTok, X, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. If you like our weekly shows like this, but you rather listen to us on the go, we've got you covered. Check out Spotify, Apple, and Amazon as well. This is a great time of the year. Just because the season doesn't mean going on, there's constantly content coming out daily, visual, audio, everything you want to check out.
Yep, we got it all, man. We got it all. So we gonna talk about some coaching hires, man. We gonna get all into that, man.
The carousel.
Yeah, we're gonna get all up into that, man. So we're gonna start with some NFL stuff, man. So let me share this thing with y'all, man. Let's get into it, man. All right. So we're gonna start here, man. We're gonna start here. So we'll start with the Browns, man. Let's get this up out here. I don't want to see him. All right. Let's see. Let's start with the Browns, man. So the Browns decided to fire Stefanski, man, which didn't really come as a surprise, man, because we already knew that, right? We already knew that was coming, man. Too much infighting with the front office, and then too much indecision on the field. And you see the product, man. It was real bad, man. But one thing that surprised me was them not hiring Jim Schwartz. Regardless of how bad that offense was, the defense was still top 10 in the league in multiple categories, right? Like you had a tough day playing the Browns, right? Even though you might beat them, you was gonna feel that the next day, right? And them hiring Todd Monken, man, I don't really understand it.
I think it's a downgrade, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah,
you have a young team with a lot of talent. Like, I would have upgraded a guy who's already in the locker room, who's proven to be successful, and you could tell that Schwartz felt shafted because as soon as they chose not to go with him, he automatically opted out. He was like, "Nope, I did all this work. I fixed our defense. We're hitting on all cylinders." He's got prior experience. He's one of the only coaches in the 21st century to actually succeed in Detroit. I would have gave him the nod. The Todd Monken move just felt like there was no thought. And this goes back to Cleveland over-analyzing everything, especially when it comes to, like, logistical moves. Like, it just makes no sense, especially with a young quarterback. I want somebody who can come in here and at least have some experience with working with. Schwartz ain't perfect, but he worked with Matthew Stafford. He was detrimental in the development of Stafford. Now, obviously, he had good assistant coaches and stuff like that, but like, I just don't understand the logic in what Cleveland's doing right now, and I don't know what they're gonna do when free agency and draft time comes around. Because they're still strapped for cash between Myles Garrett's contract. You're still paying Deshaun Watson's contract. I know a lot of people forgot he's even there, but it's looking like he's going to probably be ready for freaking training camp the way his rehab's been going. So, I mean, I don't know where they go from here.
Yeah, I don't know either, man, but I do know that I'm not as sold on this hire as everybody else.
I don't know why anybody would be. What is there to be high on? This is probably one of the worst hires of the rotation. It's bottom. It's one of the bottom hires.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know, man. Like I said, Todd Monken works well with mobile quarterbacks, and Dillon Gabriel is not the best.
Or Shadur's not much of a mobile guy either. He can throw it around.
And Shadur's not mobile either. Now, hopefully, it was just he's on the team with Lamar, so that's kind of how he had to do it. But I mean, if you're going to, if you're going to go into this, you gotta figure some shit out, man. But either way, this is like a D-, and I'm being nice.
It's definitely bottom of the totem pole, my opinion.
All right, so let's see. So quick one, the Rams promoting I want to say their passing game coordinator to offensive coordinator, which should be cool. So judging how the Rams play offense,
keep a similar system.
Yeah, if like I said, if they continue to put up numbers offensively like they've been doing, expect him to be a high commodity.
That McVay tree is growing, bro. That Sean McVay coaching tree is.
He getting some stuff in there. Let's just say
he's a great. He does not get enough credit from jump, bro. Like, he's probably one of the only young guys to come. He set the tone for young coaches because he was the youngest head coach ever, and he hasn't had much failure. He's had tons and tons. He made it to a Super Bowl within his first 3 years.
Yep. I just hope he don't go on the Mike Ditka where you get like one Super Bowl and that's it. Like,
no, I think
Mike Ditka was young too, though, when he got hit.
But I think there's a lot of upside with McVay, and that team is still locked and loaded. And if Stafford's willing to play this year and anymore, like, they're gonna stay a contender because that defense is solid and they have great weapons.
Yeah, I agree. They should be good. All right, so your team hires Zach Kerr. They promote him to defensive coordinator. So should be fun.
You keep somebody similar in the building. I assume a lot of the same. I mean, our guy who was our defensive coordinator was out all year, so obviously we had to improvise and do things differently.
That's right.
I don't really see us skipping a beat. You're gonna keep pretty much almost everybody on that defense in the building. I don't think this is a downgrade. I don't think a lot. It's just, we just get business as usual.
All right, so we'll skip the Seahawks. They won the Super Bowl. Yeah. So
this is
interesting.
I like Clint Kubiak. I really do. But man, like, this is a tough situation.
See, that's they already won. They won the Super Bowl already.
They've stayed contenders.
Yeah, ain't no getting over. And plus the NFC West is like really hard now, bro. Like
I like Kubiak as the head coach, but what do you think about these coordinators they brought in? Like, do you think that's a good supporting cast to really help him get some stability in the building, or?
All right, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't know too much about Rob Leonard and Andrew Janako, but
that's a cool last name.
But Joe DeCowlis.
Yeah, he's good.
He's 60 years old, so he knows special teams like the back of his hand. So that's some stability that you need as far as kicking, punting, especially all that shit. You need that, right? So I don't know. So I don't know much about them, but I do like the fact that they're young as well as their head coach. So therefore, we don't have to sit here and worry about some old guy being stuck in the past, right? We all can grow together, right? And we can build this up from the ground up. Now, the question uh it goes back to ownership, right? Or are you going to give them the time that they need to really rebuild this the right way? I felt like Pete Carroll they tried to kind of squeeze everything they could out of that team, right? Which wasn't very
they
good.
hired Pete Carroll to tank the team so they could get the first pick. Let's just be real. I mean, that's pretty much what happened. They scapegoated Pete Carroll.
You know what? That's what it felt like. Because
I honestly think that's what it was. To
that
be
team
honest,
wasn't going to make no playoffs, and getting Geno Smith and getting Pete Carroll wasn't going to change that.
No, and I really like the state of at least them getting Kubiak. He's proven that he's a really good offensive mind. He did good in New Orleans when he was there. He goes to Seattle. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. Now he can come in here and give Vegas some offense they haven't had in a while, bro. Like, it's been a while since the Raiders have had a really potent offense. It's been a little while. So
it's been a minute since they had a good ass quarterback, bro.
Well, and now he can go and take his guy, whether that's Fernando Mendoza or maybe they're like, you know what, they're gonna package that pick into like a bunch of other assets. We'll see. But like, there's not many people that I would see that would have hired and be like I just don't. I like the fit. I just want them to let him do his thing and figure it out, because I don't want to get 2 years in and let's say the Raiders 2 years in, let's say they win like 4 games this year and next year they win like 6 or 7. I don't want them to be like, okay, well, you're out. No, like, let him figure it out. Whether it means you got to change out coordinators a couple times or like you need to keep building and getting more players. Like, it's a process. This organization, it's bad to the point where it's not just the product on the field. There's a lot of other things that need to be resolved.
All right, so when I'm looking at the Raiders right now, we're not really gonna get into much draft talk, man. But if we're talking about the quarterbacks that are available, right? I'm actually leaning towards Mendoza, not because he won the national title, because we've seen teams take those type of guys and it not work out.
But he can run Kubiak's offense though.
I mean, he can, but I'm not even looking schematically. I'm just looking at his height and size of being in a rebuild, right? In a rebuild, you're gonna need a quarterback that's got a little bit of thickness to him, right? A little bit of size, a little bit of everything, because he's gonna get hit a lot, right? He's gonna get hit a lot, man. Look, David Carr, right? We talk about him all the time, bro. He has 60 sacks, right? He was sacked like
Andrew Luck.
Yeah, like big guys. You need a guy that's going to be able to sustain that punishment, right? And that's what I think when I think about Ty Simpson, man. I don't think he's gonna have nothing left.
He's not that big.
No, you're gonna have to deal with that.
He can't take all that. That's a
lot of man. So I would go, yeah, it's the safe pick, but it's also safe for your job too, because you're gonna need it. The Raiders, the Raiders aren't that bad. They aren't far off. They just need offensive line help, bro.
But they need a little bit of a culture shift though, and them going cannot sustain. No, because they're running like how they were with RG3, but now they're talking about getting him some. He didn't have enough weapons. Deebo Samuel, that experiment didn't work.
That shit.
And outside of him, they didn't really have a lot. But they've got Washington. Like I said, we're not going to get into draft stuff, but the Commanders are projected to take a receiver, and they have some really good receivers that are going to go in round 1. So I fully anticipate them to get him some help there as well, and offensive line help.
Shit, but but like I said, I'm excited about what the Raiders doing, man. Like I said, the Raiders. Like I said, when we talk about like iconic logos, man, the Raiders is up there. That's just what it
is. Win, baby.
Yeah, come on, man. That's the mantra. It don't matter how you do it, right?
Win.
And I wish they would get back to it, man. Like I said, I like Tom Brady being there. It's a cool experiment, man. But don't lose what made the Raiders so goddamn good in the first place, right? They bucked the system, right? Like I don't want to see that corporate shit. I want some undesirables on the Raiders, man. That's when they was good, right? Nobody thought about
But the
West
culture's way
Coast, right?
different. The culture's been so much different since Mark Davis has been running the show, though. Like, I'm not hating on
Yeah,
Mark Davis, but you got to admit, like, that vibe ain't there no more with him there. It
hell
just ain't.
no, man.
Mr. Chili Bowl cut himself.
Yeah, man. Hell no, man. I want some. I want some. I hate to say it, bro, but like I want some dudes that got a little trouble, man. That's what made the Raiders cool, bro. You know, Bill Romanowski going there, right? Like I don't like him personally, but damn it, he was a rough rider, right? Matt Millen, a rough rider, man. They
He
had a
was good too.
whole offensive line full of rough riders. Art Shell, Gene Upshaw.
Howie Long.
Howie Long is a rough rider. Come on, man. Max Crosby is a rough rider, bro. Like you need guys like that, but they need 10 more of those guys on defense, right? So that's all I'm saying, man. Like what made the Raiders cool, man, they kind of just went. You
That's
right.
dirty. Tyreek Hill,
You
too.
you right. You right, man. You right, man. Like I said, though. But like I said, you hate to say it, but maybe bring back Henry Ruggs, bro.
They should get Ray Rice, too.
Shit, nah, they ain't gonna do him, man. Too long. Now, let's get to my team. All right, man. So I'm actually kind of, I'll say positive about this, all right? Because one, I like Mentor because he's a defensive guy, right? I actually think we haven't had a defensive coach before, right? I maybe the first coach, I forgot his name, but maybe he was the defensive coach, but I don't really remember. But I know Brian Billick was kind of in between. He could do both, but I think he's centered around offense, right? And then Harbaugh comes and he's kind of a special teamer, so that's like way left, right? That's like way left. But he got a Super Bowl nonetheless, right? So he built a good culture, right? But what we didn't have was a defensive dude, right? Now we had a bunch of defensive coordinators that went on to do really good things, right? You had Marvin Lewis, Rex Ryan was another one. McDonald obviously just won a Super Bowl. So we had a bunch of defensive guys, but we never hired them, right? So I'm anxious to see if we can go back to being a defensive team, right? Like I get it, we got Lamar Jackson, that's cool, right? I ain't really worried about that. He gonna be who he is, right? But defensively, this got to be one of the worst defenses that we've had in
Ever.
Baltimore Ravens history.
I
You
like
know what
y'all.
I'm
I
saying?
like y'all OC hire though. I like y'all getting
Yeah,
Doyle. That's a
yeah,
great freaking hire.
yeah. I do. He was with Chicago, so obviously,
Playoff team. So
obviously he got some now. Obviously, is a different kind of quarterback, right?
yeah,
But
but man, if you could do that with Caleb Williams, look what you could do with
but
a way better quarterback. You know.
but hear me out. I think you got a little bit more to play with if you're talking about Lamar Jackson. Obviously, he's getting older, right? But I think as he gets older, he'll start to turn into what Caleb Williams is now, right?
Yeah, more
Run,
proficient.
run when you have to, and be more efficient from the pocket, right? And I think that'll be good, man. I like Anthony Weaver, right? He's a Raven through and through. He played with the Ravens, so I love that hire, right? But if Mentor and Weaver can really get on the same page and really get our defense to where it needs to be, I love that. I love it. Like I love that shit, man. Because one thing we got Roquan Smith, man, right? I think he's probably the best linebacker in the league, right? I don't think
Mm,
it's unanimous.
I think it probably between him and like Fred Warner.
Yeah, I don't think it's unanimous, but I do consensus think he's
Yeah,
up
he's
there in the
definitely
top
up
10.
there. He's in the
So
conversation.
So, and it's one of those things where, right? Because you remember how I felt about my team, right? After we won the Super Bowl, it was like, all right, well, Ray Lewis is gone, right? So who's gonna be the next guy to step up and be that guy? I personally thought it was C.J. Mosley. I was like, yo, that's perfect, perfect. Like you just transition from one guy to another guy, right?
He's
It's
like, nope.
really good.
He's like,
And
nope,
then
I'm
he
going to the
chooses to,
Jets,
and then he says, "Oh, I'm going to the Jets."
bro.
Disrespectful, right?
And
But
then you get Patrick Queen, and he goes to the Steelers.
fucking ridiculous, right? Fucking
I'm sorry,
ridiculous.
you were so
So
mad.
no, it's all facts, man. All facts, right? So, but I love the fact that Roquan Smith wants to be there, right? He wants to be there, right? You don't really hear too much about him, like, oh, I want some new money, or I just want to leave, or whatever, right? No, he really enjoys being the vocal point of the defense, man. And I think Ray Lewis has got his claws in him, man. Like, yo, you don't know what it means to be the linebacker of this team, bro. And I think he kind of really loves that idea, man. So I'm interested to see what we can do, man, because we got a good young team, man, especially in the secondary,
You
man.
got one of the best linebackers, and you got one of the best safeties, and you got an up and coming secondary too. So
Yeah, man. Nate Wiggins run like a 4-2, bro. Like he cold. You know what? You
hey,
know what?
Lamar probably would give him the ball a lot though.
Yeah, he would, but
That would cut into
I
Andrews'
don't want.
targets, and that's too much drama.
Yeah, it's too
I
much.
as a talent, I love AJ Brown as a talent. But man, bro, the extra, come on, bro. Like you won a Super Bowl and we still complaining and whining. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, and then when
They
they
give you the
lost
ball.
and he got the ball, he was happy. That's
He don't
not
care about.
supposed.
He didn't go nowhere just to win. He don't care about winning. He just want ball. He just want to get the ball.
Yeah, man. So
Like
I'm
that's
excited. I'm
and
excited about him.
I'm not gonna get off topic for that long, but like I hate when people like don't dog him out for that, but people would dog T.O. out. But all T.O. wanted to do was win a Super Bowl. But AJ Brown could give a shit less about winning a Super Bowl. But we dogging out T.O. like he's the freaking issue. He just want to win. This dude don't give a shit if he wins. Like,
Well, as far as Andrews, I don't know if he getting cut or not, but I do. There might be a little bit of a shift there because even though he's like Lamar's favorite target, man, likely is kind of ready to ascend to that
and
spot.
Andrews has proved in the playoffs that he's not consistent or not reliable enough in the postseason when it counts.
Yeah, so and we need something else because with a new offensive coordinator, I expect it to be a little bit
Refreshing.
um yeah, I expect it to be a little different, yeah. Well, I mean a change of scenery would be cool, man,
Yeah, but
but
that
it,
but I would not bring him into a situation with a brand
yeah,
new head coach and coordinator. That's dumb.
yeah,
Because
no.
not saying like talent wise, yeah. If you're just going for talent, not extra stuff, then yeah, I agree with you. But like you're coming into a situation with all new coaches and coordinators, you don't want anything to disrupt the flow of getting the culture started and getting chemistry. All he's gonna do is throw that off because of his extracurriculars. Like he'll
Yeah,
go somewhere.
and when I think about it, man, if you ain't gonna give me the kind of production that Steve Smith gave me when he came to the Ravens, I don't really want you. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna get a guy that's going to supposed to be one of the top receivers in the league, bro, Steve Smith was kind of on the back half of his career. He still gave me a lot of energy and a
Look at
lot of
Anquan.
Anquan as well, right? So if you're not gonna give me that kind of thing, I don't want you, and then you're gonna give me a fucking headache
It's
too.
more negative and it's a distraction. It just I wouldn't do that. If you have
Yeah.
any hope of still being in the Super Bowl window, I wouldn't do that.
All right. So the Bears go. They promote their passing game
I think they'll be
coordinator.
fine. I think they'll be fine. The Bears are in a really good spot.
Yeah, cause like I said, Ben Johnson
But
is kind of the
but
guy.
the Cardinals, like First of all, the head coaching hire, Cam, felt really higher. I mean, not higher. It felt very forced. It felt like they kind of got like one of the last guys available. And then you got Nathaniel Hackett running your offense. And we've seen the last two places he's been since Green Bay, like running the offense.
We do.
The Titans do too, except that's where they go to kill their careers.
Yeah.
But man, Arizona, bro, like y'all really, I feel like you really swung and missed. Like, and there's so many question marks because like you have some decent pieces, but like you get rid of Kyler, trading him, like what are we doing? I just feel like there's a lot of question marks. Like,
shit. Well, all right. So first thing, I mean, the head coaching hire kind of makes sense because offensively you need something else, right? Right. I don't know what that does as far as you getting into the NFC South picture as far as winning it. But
the West, you mean?
I mean West, my bad. But I don't know. I don't know if that helps you win that division. I don't know. But offensively, you need to do something. You got to unlock Marvin Harrison Jr. You got to. I'm sorry, we're in year 2, and I don't think he got 1,000 yards again. I don't think so. You gotta check that out.
Let's look right now. I've already got Pro Football Reference on.
So I don't
Harrison. Know. Okay. Year 1 hit 62 for 885. This year he had 41 for 608. So he has yet to eclipse 1,000 yards. Now year 1 he had 8 touchdowns, but more targets, obviously. And you just need a guy that's gonna go in there and feed him. Like you got to get somebody in there that's just gonna throw the ball to him.
Yeah. So I personally like the offensive coordinator hire. Right, I like it, but the not the offensive coordinator, but I like the head coach hire.
No, I don't mind LaFleur. I think Hackett's a horrible hire.
Yeah, I mean Hackett is all he's gotten to the point where
he's buns, bro.
Yeah, so
he's buns.
when you get a head coaching job, right, you're supposed to be ready for it, to be able to handle offensive duties, defensive substitutions, all of that, right?
Yeah.
But when you need an assistant to do just the normal head coaching duties, you ain't ready. And that's what it was when he took over the Broncos, right? And
yeah, but he was horrible with Rodgers in New York too.
Yeah, so there you go. So I don't like that one. All right. So I don't see a defensive coordinator change, so they probably stayed the same there, man. But I don't know, player.
Arizona got a lot of question marks.
Yeah, they got a lot of question marks, and they got a team full of young players though. That's the thing. Like it's like it's not like they don't have talent there. So
yeah, but there just seems to be no sense of direction and no culture at all. They don't have an identity, so
yeah, man,
you got to get that figured out. That's where you start.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the Steelers, man. All right, so the
white Mike Tomlin.
So Mike Tomlin is retired. He's doing his thug thizzle now, going to his daughter's sporting events. So he ain't coming back no time soon. He is enjoying life, right? So the Steelers do something different that I really didn't expect. All right. So Mike McCarthy obviously has Super Bowl winning coach, man. He's had a lot of success, and he really wasn't that bad in Dallas. It's just Jerry Jones didn't want to get the fuck out the way, right? That's all it was, right? But interesting because if you look at the Steelers' history, right, they've had what 3 coaches in the last 70 years, right? Yep. So that's important, right? But everybody was young when they hired him, right?
Yep.
Cowher was young. What's the name? Chuck Noll was young, and even Mike Tomlin was young. Have you seen the pictures of him when he first got the job? So yeah, so interesting to see them go with Mike McCarthy here, and he's a little bit longer in the tooth, right? So I don't know, but I do know they're gonna be better on offense. They're gonna be even better on offense.
It's so funny to see him and Rodgers back together after all the crap they had when they ended Green Bay. But I think they both to the point now where it's like, yo, bro, let's just try to run this back and win, bro. Like, I don't even care about all that. Let's just try and win some games, try to make a Super Bowl if possible. And I think they're not in a terrible spot. Like, but they do need a man. I just hate that they got rid of Minkah, bro. I just hate that they got rid of Minkah Fitzpatrick, bro. And then it's like you traded away Pickens just to get Metcalf, and now Pickens had like the best year of his career in Dallas, and he's about to get that bag. And now all you got is DK Metcalf. And I like DK Metcalf. Don't get me wrong. You know, I like Metcalf, but like,
Yeah,
and the defense is good, but they've underperformed so much. And that obviously that's why they hired all new coordinators as well.
Patrick Queen is his fault.
He got that bag.
You got that bag, man. But bro, you messed up. You messed up something good, man. I'm telling you, it's rare when you have two really good linebackers that can play sideline to sideline and cover real good.
Yeah,
too.
and it's not gonna say it's rare, but it's always funny when you get someone that's really good. They don't typically go to a division rival in free agency.
Yeah, dude, but he a troll anyway. So like, but so I think the Steelers will be all right. I think
they'll be better actually. I think they'll be better.
Yeah,
I think they'll win.
So too,
I think they'll win at least 10, 11 games, depending on what they do in the draft and free agency.
Yeah, because we was like Derek Harmon from Oregon, but he turned out to be one of the best rookies of the year.
We definitely both scratching our heads like, wait, why are we doing this? But
that's why they get paid the big bucks, bro.
Yeah, we should too. You can't hit on everything.
Yeah, man, like, but they hit on him, man. They saw something like, man, we need.
And they needed that help up front though.
Yeah, so and it helped out, man. Like I said, man, and my Ravens helped them too. All right, man. No. So we're looking at the Jets, man. All right, so here's the funny thing, right? So the Jets season ended way before.
Ago. It ended from jump, yeah.
So and it was February 4th when they made this hire, right? That let me know that nobody wanted this damn job. And this ain't even a head coaching job. This is a coordinator. Position. So that let me know that, hey man, nobody really wanted this
because nobody knows what their offense is gonna look like. Now, from a coordinator standpoint, this is the hire that the Cardinals should have made for their OC. You should have got Frank Reich in the building because he's one of the most underrated offensive minds in the league. And I love the fit. But I see why nobody wanted this freaking job because, one, the Jets' offense was putrid, horrible, stink you out the building, and nobody – I don't think Woody Johnson knows what the hell they're going to be doing this year because Justin Fields is not going to be the guy. Tyrod Taylor's not going to be the guy.
No.
So, like, what are you guys going to do? And
they most certainly have to go quarterback.
And they're going to – I think they hit Breece Hall with the franchise tag, if I'm not mistaken. And then outside of Breece, who's underperformed as well, all you have is some young talent on the offensive line. I think got 2 young tackles, if I'm not mistaken. And then you got Garrett Wilson, and that's it. And then you traded your studs on defense. You traded Quinn Williams to Dallas, and then you traded Sauce Gardner to Indianapolis. So it's like now you got like a whole brand new canvas. But, man, I feel like Aaron Glenn's seat is going to be hot. I'm not saying hot, but –
And the truth of the matter is it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But he know damn well. But look, I get loyalty, but you know damn well that was a dumbass decision to come to New York. You knew that was a terrible decision, bro. Like terrible. I get. Look, Cam. Me and you were talking before, okay, and we have fits of nostalgia, okay. And we're like, man, you remember when we used to play this game? Man, you remember when we used to watch this movie? Man, you remember when we played a Terrebonne? Remember when we did this and that? But we don't go out making hasty decisions. I feel like Aaron Glenn's like, man, the Jets gave me my first try, and I did so good there. Man. Oh, the job, now I got to take the job. And then takes the job, gets to the start of the season, like, damn, I shouldn't have took this damn job.
Man, for real, dog, that was terrible. That was.
Oh, my, 20, hey, that's 20, they owe him $20 million this upcoming season on that contract? Oh, my gosh. I knew they owed him money, but $20 million for the season? You got to dump. Nobody's going to take that contract either. You're going to be stuck having to either release him and eat it, or he going to be on your roster just taking up space. I like Justin Fields, but he.
All I liked them. I liked them in Chicago. They
They didn't
didn't
know how to
have
use
the
him, and they
yeah,
didn't
they
have the
didn't know how
weapons
to
either.
use them. And they go to New York and they don't even know how to use the bathroom. So like that's ridiculous. That wasn't gonna work anyway. I
Oh,
actually
but
I thought it was cool before they started trading off their best pieces. I was like, okay, well, Aaron Glenn,
they knew what
who
was going down, bro. But
like
if you were gonna
that
do
was
if you was gonna do that, why you didn't just trade them dudes in the offseason? Like if you knew, like you had to have known some shit like that was gonna happen. Like you should have just dumped them off in the offseason. Like why even put him through that? Like
yeah, that was terrible, dog. That was terrible. So like I said, man, the Jets is probably gonna be ass. All right, let's talk about the other New York team, man. Let's talk about the Giants, man. So they got my former coach, man, John Harbaugh, right? I expected him to be kind of a high commodity. He's a Super Bowl winning coach, even though it's been a while. He still got that chip. You can't take it away. So I like the hire, man, but another like I said, another team that ownership don't get the fuck out the way is the Giants, man. Well, the crazy part is, man, you hire a new coach, but your front office leader is still the same. So, what do you expect to be different?
nothing.
What do you expect to be different? It makes no
Nothing.
damn sense, right? So I like on the football side of things, man. It's cool, man. Harbaugh's probably gonna bring in a different energy, which is what he does best, right? And that's what the Giants need. Matt Nagy is actually a really good fucking offensive mind, man. People forget Mitchell Trubisky was a division winning playoff quarterback, bro. He
What they
got
went,
him
they almost made it to the NFC Championship game. So
exactly. So
if
it's
homeboy wouldn't have
not
missed the field goal,
that like I said, people shit on Trubisky for being bad, but it's only because Mahomes and Deshaun Watson at the time were like the best quarterbacks in the league, right? So if you're comparing apples to oranges, you got a different kind of fruit, if you ask me, right? So it's not that he was bad, and I like what he did. He turned him into a pretty good quarterback. And if you want to be honest, you can turn goddamn, what's his name?
Dort,
Jackson
Jackson
Dart.
Dort.
You can turn Jackson Dart into a pretty good ass quarterback if you ask me, man.
And they get
So
him some more weapons.
yeah, so like I said, I don't know much about Denard Wilson, but I hope they do better on defense because you got a whole bunch of damn good players. So you might as well just let them eat, man. Just let them eat. I think pound for pound defensive line, they got a really good one. They got Thibodeau, you got
Dexter Lawrence.
Burns, and then Dexter Lawrence in there, right? That combination alone, like I said before, should win you some ball games, right? I
And you
just
have in the
felt like
secondary.
yeah, that's why I felt like, man. Oh, and you got a dude from Penn State as well.
Yeah, Abdul
So,
Carter.
so you got like a really good ass defensive line that you can shift around. So if I'm the defensive coordinator right now, I'm focused on that. How can we make our defensive line almost matchup based, right? Where
Hmm.
we can attack a weakness all game, right? Obviously, the Chiefs got a pretty good deep offensive line, right? So we just use them as an example. But if you got a team that's lesser than you on the offensive line, attack them. Use Burns, stand them up. Everybody's interchangeable except for Lawrence, right? He's more of a
In the
defensive
dirt.
tackle, nose
Yeah.
tackle, right? But Burns, Abdul Carter, and Thibodeau, they all can be the hand in the dirt and they can stand up, man. Move them around, chess pieces, man, because I feel like that can help them win some games, man. And that's why I told you, man, I like Abdul Carter, but I would have took Ashton Genty in a sense because you still would have been able to trade up and get Jackson Dart if that's what you wanted, right? But running the ball was going to win you more games than not, if you ask me, right? So I like the pick, but I felt like getting Genty, who you could say, oh man, I like Scatterbo, but Scatterbo or Ashton Genty, which one would you want, right?
You can get like he's gonna be good, but you need to get a second guy to compliment him. So you can have like
Yeah.
a thunder and lightning kind of guy because he's your bruiser and get a speed guy in there. You can put them both in the backfield. You can run misdirections. You can put one in motion. You can do all kinds of stuff like that.
Like
You know?
that's not in this game, bro. He don't do that.
No,
He
he
don't
don't
slide.
slide.
He don't slide, bro.
He'll figure if he need to start sliding, he'll figure it out.
Yeah, hopefully before it's too late. But but the Giants made some moves, man. So this is the offseason I wanted to talk about.
They knocked it out the park, bro.
Yeah, they
Like,
really do. So I
they
don't know
got
where Chris is, but I'm pretty sure he should be really happy about
they
that.
got the second best head coaching option. Saleh was a solid option who got shafted in New York, who was doing a really good job. He gets a brand new start. Then you bring in Brian Daboll, who's a really good offensive coordinator who really helped and was detrimental in the development of Josh Allen. You get both of those guys, a defensive guy and an offensive guy. That's a great. And Gus Bradley's not a terrible option as DC. Like, I think the Titans did a phenomenal job. Now the new logo is cheap, but I really like they did if I had to grade the best, they knocked it out the park. My opinion.
Yeah, man. And I think they're gonna be a little bit of mix of old school and new school, right? Because defensively, the Titans, like when they were under Jeff Fisher, they had some good ass defenses, bro. They were
good ass players. Freaking Vanderbilt, Hainsworth, Keith Bullock, like Samari
Rolle, yep. You know what I'm saying? So no, Lance Schulters too as safety. So they have some good ass players, man. But so schematically they were still pretty good. Javon Curse was on there as well. So you had a lot of good ass players, man. And I think you can get back to that, right? I don't think you have to rush the situation.
All they need to do is draft right. If they can draft good, the Titans are going to be good. Like, I won't say that it's going to be great year one, but the 5-year projection of this team could be really good if they just hit all the nails on the head, like in the draft, and they do good in free agency. Don't give out BS contracts, draft correctly, and develop players, and the Titans will be fine. And in AFC South that, is kind of open, kind of not. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, man, like the AFC South could start to turn into what the NFC West is, man, because everybody in there is pretty good, man.
Yep,
all right,
the Jags,
the Jags, the Colts,
and the Texans got an elite defense. So
the Titans, so that could turn into a really good ass division for the next 5-6 years, man.
This next one. Man, don't be a hater, bro. Robert Saleh was doing good, bro. New York, everybody knows Aaron Rodgers got Saleh fired, bro.
Yeah,
everybody knows that. Saleh did a good job, bro. They just didn't give him
good, man. And I don't agree with Stephen A. Smith often, but he made a really good ass fucking analogy, right? He was like, I really don't like coordinators that focus on one side of the football, right? Unless that side of the football that you're coaching is really good, right? And he talked about Saleh, and the reason why he liked him in New York is because his defense was good. They were just trying to figure out offensively what to do, right? And that's why I fucks with him. I think defensively they're going to be good. Gus Bradley, Gus Bradley is one of the originators of the Legion of Boom, right? He just left because he got the Jacksonville job, right? But he was the first coach with that Legion of Boom, right? So right now, Robert Saleh is walking into a great situation. He got the quarterback already, right? So we ain't got to worry about that. Now we just got to get this defense right, and we got to get some weapons, man. But everything's set up, man. Because Brian Daboll is going to make sure Cam Ward is probably a top 15 quarterback.
Oh, he's going to be detrimental in his development. We've seen what he did with Josh Allen, and that's why I didn't agree with how they did him in New York. I didn't feel like that was really his fault. Like, I kind of felt like it was just a really crappy hand he was doing.
He got
Daniel Jones paid.
He got Danny Dimes paid, so he did something right. So I mean, I don't know, dog.
I love Saleh. I think that's a great hire.
Yeah, I do too, man. And everybody on there is bald, bro.
Yeah, I seen the ball squad. This should have got you too,
Everybody
bro.
on there is bald,
You
bro.
should have been a. You should have been a.
Dayball, and Gus Bradley, bro.
They should have
So,
brought you on as a defensive analyst,
bro,
or a
I would
defensive
have been there.
consultant.
I would have been
The
there.
bald bros. The bald
Yeah,
bros.
I would have been there. We can share hair tips.
Or like that, bro.
Literally. All right, man. So the Dolphins overhaul their whole goddamn thing. They overhaul.
They clean house, bro. They did like
everything.
you did. They did like you did on NFL head coach. Everybody's sitting at the table and Cam's firing people one after another. And everybody's walking off the tables, walking out the.
You gone. He's like, hey coach. Hey coach, I really want you to bring me back. No.
Oh man, we're gonna do so good this year. You're fired.
No. Get out of here, right?
That's
and
you
lucky I had a limit on people I could fire. You lucky.
You was gonna clean house.
Yeah, because I had to bring some people back because I only had a little bit of allotted time to sign people, right? So I'm like, all right, you lucky, motherfucker. You lucky. You lucky. I went through the numbers. I went through the numbers. And offensive line played good, so I'm gonna bring you back. But everybody fired. That's exactly what the Dolphins did here, man. All right, so I like Jeff Hafley, man. I think it's a pretty cool move, man.
And the GM's from Green Bay too.
Yeah, so the Green Bay, right? So there's some continuity there, right? It's like I know you, you know me. How can we make this team better, right? And hopefully they take the Nick Saban approach to what the Dolphins did when they were on their way to being good in the early 2000s. Let's build this defense up and let's just start piecing together offensively. Now, what we don't know is what they're going to do with Tua Tagovailoa. We don't know. I don't even know. All right. It feels like every time he snaps the ball, you don't know if that's his last snap or whatever, right? And that's an uncomfortable position.
And it's uncomfortable because of the money involved. There's still a lot of money on the table. So
exactly. So that's an uncomfortable situation.
Guaranteed money.
So I don't know, right? But if you can bank on Tua being healthy, and you can, right? But taking injuries out of it, right? One thing that Tua does well is he's an accurate passer, right? Like, yeah, sometimes you can say he's just a dink and dunk guy, but guess what? Tom Brady was a dink and dunk guy, and that got him 7 goddamn Super Bowl. So it don't matter. Like, if you can reticulate the ball down the field, as John Madden used to say, just do it. That's what gets you down the field, right? But you're gonna need some help, man. All right. Offensively, they got some weapons. They got A-Chain, man. They got Waddle, right? So I don't know if you want to just trade them. I'm a component of getting as many draft picks as you can get. I am the guy.
If you move anybody, I'd move Waddle and keep A-Chain.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd keep the running back. I'd keep the running back, and I would just move Waddle. It's not like I think he's bones because he's not. But if I had to make the choice, I would keep the running back in that situation. I think it's harder to hit on the running back. So I'm
okay with that. I'm okay with that. I am a component of draft picks, man.
I'll take them. Take them. We can get Waddle, trade him in the division.
Future Bill.
Bill who?
Bill Belichick?
Who's future Bill?
Bushwick Bill?
Bill Murray?
What are we talking about?
Bill Murray?
But I like what they doing here, man. It signifies, all right, we starting over from scratch. All right.
They need to change the damn logo. That's when you start over from scratch, because that logo is horrible.
Yeah, that shit trash. That shit, I hate it when they did it. I was like, what is this, bro? Are we marketing a football team or flip?
It look like SeaWorld.
Yeah, are we doing SeaWorld, Disney World, or are we marketing a football team? Because this shit was trash. I hated that. I hated the whole jersey concept. That shit was stupid, man.
Bring back the 2000s stuff.
Sometimes, man, you just gotta tighten some shit up. You ain't gotta change it, bro.
Bring back the 2000s, bro. Bring back those.
Yeah, All right, man. The Niners make another. The Niners
mean,
make another offseason
I
fucking
mean,
stupid.
the defense will be okay. I mean, he's not a terrible defensive coordinator, and the 49ers have weapons. But like, what are we doing?
Bro. I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
Why
with
is
the
everybody
Niners,
like
man.
what like why is everybody like Raheem Morris, bro? Like
Like I guess he's a good dude, man, but damn, dog, like
he just gets hired, bro. Like he just always gets hired.
it's there's something there's I don't know, man. I guess he's just a good guy, man, and that's cool, right? You can be a good guy, man, but head coach, man, I don't want to see him
No,
getting no
he's
head coach
gone.
job,
I don't
man.
think he's gonna get another one.
Yeah, I'm
But
sorry, man.
I think that's all we need to get into on this one.
Yeah, man. But I mean, but dude, if we really gonna be honest, dog, I ain't with it. I ain't with
Nah,
it. The
he's gone.
The Niners are in trouble, bro. Their window is like completely closed.
I don't know if it's completely closed, but I think it's pretty damn close. Depending on what they do in the offseason, I think their window's really close to being closed. Especially now, I think they've got Warner paid. I'm pretty sure Kittle's on a pretty large contract still. And you just gave Purdy a sizable extension last offseason. And you're really hurting for weapons. And McCaffrey's coming off a really good year, but you have little to no weapons offensive like receiver position. You don't have that much. So
And that's what pisses me off because it didn't have to be like that. Didn't have to be like that.
it's
They
just like
had
I was about to say it's just like the next team that we're about to get into. It didn't have to be like that. Cause like I wouldn't have fired Sean McDermott for one. I get why, but like if you're basing it off that last loss, like that wasn't on him. But I'm not even mad about the Joe Brady hire. Pete Carmichael as your offensive coordinator is a horrible hire. He's literally been riding Sean Payton's coattails for the last 10, 15 years. He's freaking trash, bro. We've seen what he did with the Saints when Sean Payton left. But we all know Joe Brady's going to probably just call the plays anyway. But I just hate the fact that McDermott's going like.
I'm actually like I ain't even worried about offense because they got a good ass quarterback.
Well, that's what I'm
So
saying. They'll make up
and
for it. Defensively, they got some question marks, though.
nah, but defensively they got a really interesting hire, man. Jim Leonard has been around for a long time, bro. He was a safety, I want to say, with the Jets. He had a really good defense when he was with Wisconsin in college. And I guess he's been in NFL for a while now. So I like him. I like him a lot, bro. I think maybe he can really start to figure out what they do well and stick to it. I felt like they kind of strayed away from what they do best, right? They have really like little linebackers. So when it comes to stopping the run, they can just shoot the gap real easy, right? That's what I think that's what gave them fits when they played my Ravens, man. Like they could just shoot the gap so well. So hopefully they find something to do, man. All right, man. So we get into the Falcons, man. Like I
I
said,
don't
we ain't gonna
hate.
get into all that, but
I don't hate the Stefanski hire. I think it was a good hire. I really don't hate it because it didn't really feel like they were letting him cook. If there's anybody who's gonna maybe use Kyle Pitts, gotta imagine it's gonna be Stefanski. But never mind, I forgot. Pitts is a free agent, so never mind. So now you lose that piece. But I mean, they'll be good offensively. They got Tommy Reese as the offensive coordinator, which is kind of interesting, I guess you could say. Cam likes some Tommy Reese.
But it wasn't Josh Allen's fault though.
That last game,
I give McDermott as a scapegoat, but I guarantee if it wasn't,
they shouldn't have. If they were going to fire, it should have been the general manager, not him. It shouldn't have been McDermott. McDermott did a great job, but Josh Allen definitely lost that game for them, though.
Yeah, but I like Tommy Reese. I just thought it was too early for him to be an offensive coordinator at Alabama. Yeah, I just thought it was too early. That's all. Sometimes you really got to get some dirt in your cleats, man. You got to really like go through the ringer sometimes. Sometimes you can be too hot of a candidate and you just gotta cool down for a minute, man, and start to learn things, right? And I guarantee if you ask Tommy Reese, man, he would probably say, man, it was a little too fast for me, but I learned a lot from that situation. And then he goes to the NFL, I think he's a quarterback's coach or something. And then he goes to offensive coordinator, and now he's offensive coordinator with the Falcons, right? So now you get a chance to really work on a team that has a lot of talent. And I think he's ready for it, right?
Makes your job easier.
Yeah, and I also think Stefanski's ready for it as well because look, he had it was tough in Cleveland, all right, man. Look, from the ownership trying to butt heads with team play on the field and shit, right? It just don't work out like that, all right? So I just think this is cool, man. One thing that we learned from our interview with Todd McClure, right, is that one thing about Arthur Blank is he loves his team, right? He loves his players. He loves everybody that has anything to do with the Falcons, right? And anytime you bring somebody in there like Stefanski, you know he actually probably really felt the connection with him, right? Now, we all know what happened with Raheem Morris and the GM, right? We knew that shit was over when he came down from wherever he was and said, "What the fuck are we doing? Why the fuck did I pay Kirk Cousins and we just drafted a quarterback?" And you
In
can
the
see
first
the
round.
GM, you can see the GM trying to explain that shit, and Arthur Blank
Arthur
like,
Blank, bro.
I still don't get it. What
Arthur
the
Blank, bro, his face when he comes to the doors, he's like, yo, like
no.
what am I tripping? Or like, did you just draft a quarterback in the first round? Like, what?
Dumb as hell, right? It's like I don't know who thought that was a good fucking idea, right?
Well,
And don't get me wrong, I like Michael Penix. I like Michael Penix, bro. But you drafting a guy with so many injury concerns.
Yeah,
bro.
but they made the mistake of drafting him, and they made the mistake of paying Kirk Cousins all that money.
I would have paid Kirk Cousins though, but
that much money though.
I mean, maybe not that much money.
His agent deserves a gold jacket, by the way. I'm just saying.
He does, but I wouldn't have paid him that much. But I would have still paid him.
If you're gonna bring in Cousins, if you're gonna draft a quarterback, do a day 2 pick at least, but not a first round pick after you dumped on not a max contract, but a substantial contract on Cousins. I just thought that was very it showed dissent, not saying dissent in the ranks, but a lack of communication and what is going on. You knew something was gonna you just knew it wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, so I don't know, but Matt Ryan being the president of football operations,
I like that.
Because I think the president of football, man, should be somebody that understands what the franchise is and what it means to be a part of this franchise.
He gonna mend those wounds and get Julio back in the building. That's what's gonna happen.
Got to, man. He one of the best players, man, to ever play. So you gotta have those guys around, man. You know, it just helps. It helps bridge the gap between the past, present, and the future, man. You can't do it, man. Like I said, that's kind of why I was like, man, I get it. Gerald McCoy is mad at the Bucks, man, but you gotta come back, man, because it helps those younger guys understand what it means to be a part of a franchise, man.
Mm-hmm.
It just does, man. I think it does. It's like having the OGs at your job, man. Right? The ones that been there a long time, not the 10-year dudes. We're talking dudes that's been there 20 years, right? Mm-hmm. They've seen people come and go, and they know
they've been there the whole way.
Yeah, they know hey, this is how you do it, right? So that's what I'm saying, man. So I fucks with this, man. So we ain't gotta really talk about the Eagles. They're good. They're gonna be good.
They got rid of Patullo, so they're good.
Yeah, so they'll be all right.
I like the Mike McDaniel hire in LA, but somebody's got to get to the psyche of Herbert in the playoffs, because outside of the playoffs, Herbert's almost a top 3 quarterback. He's in that conversation. Statistics wise, he's got the best statistics, top to bottom passing. He reminds, not to the same degree, but he reminds me of Peyton Manning a little bit early on. Not to the same degree, but Peyton Manning was the best regular season quarterback in his era, pretty much. I think we can both somewhat like come to agree kind of on that point. Killed it.
What,
Top
that
to bottom.
he wasn't good in the playoffs?
Well, I'm starting off by saying the regular season quarterback Peyton was lethal. Like almost nobody was in that conversation with him. But when he came to the playoffs, not the whole career, obviously, but early on, at least those first 5 years, it felt like, man, he just couldn't, like he just wasn't getting them where they needed to be. I feel like there's some blockage with Herbert. It's like he's there. He can do it. But it's something about when that playoff logo's on the field and them lights are on, like something just ain't clicking. Now, I don't know if Mike McDaniel's going to be that guy to help get him there. But if he does and they figure it out, Chargers are a really good team. Herbert's a top 5 quarterback. I just want to see what they're going to get, like if they're going to get it done.
Well, I mean, first things first is getting you a more stable running back. You know what I'm saying? Gives you either you're going to ride Amari Hampton
He
or
looked really good, bro. He looked good. So if he's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, McDaniel's going to be good, man. He's going to get him. They're going to pass the ball, bro. It's just the postseason. That's what you need.
You just got to figure that out. If they figure that out, the Chargers are a dangerous squad because he's a damn good quarterback. Herbert's awesome. He just can't do it in the playoffs. I don't know why. It's like a weird phobia.
They went to Western Michigan to get a defensive coordinator, which is interesting.
But sometimes those moves like that, bro, David Blau was the offensive coordinator. It's crazy. Bro was just playing like 3 years ago. Like, how did we get to this point?
You know what you're doing, dog. So maybe he can help. I think he can help. I think he can help Daniels, man.
I like them getting Durante Jones though. I like that. I thought that was a cool move.
Yeah. And it's interesting. He's a defensive backs coach, so it's like it's a crazy promotion, right? Because usually,
but that
people do defensive back coaches. I'm not gonna say that they don't, but typically they go linebacker coaches.
Yeah. But it reminds me of Tomlin in a way. Obviously, Tomlin, when he got hired from a DC to a head coach. But I don't know. It just kind of gives me that vibe. I don't know what it is, but I think that was a good hire for them. I mean, they need help. They got talent, but the Commanders need some help, bro. They need some milk.
All right, so see that Smooth was talking about.
He didn't like. I don't think he liked that hire very much.
Well, I mean, shit, dog, y'all need some help, bro. Y'all literally lost all y'all. Y'all literally lost all y'all coordinators, bro.
Yeah, he said he doesn't like the hire. That's what he said.
I mean, dude, y'all Super Bowl window, like you got a window, man. And losing to Washington the year y'all won 15 games.
That kind of killed like almost all their momentum, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like that was like a brick wall.
Like you gotta
should not have lost that game.
Yeah, you gotta at least make it to the NFC title game, bro.
You gotta at least make the playoffs.
Yeah, with that team and those coordinators, bro.
That team should have won the Super Bowl. Realistically.
I agree, man.
Should have. I picked them to win that year. So
now moving forward, all right, you didn't make the playoffs last year, right? But the team remains the same. You got Amon Ra, you got Aiden Hutchinson coming back after that.
David Montgomery.
You got a lot of good.
You got a lot of weapons.
You got a lot of weapons, man. Now, last year, offensive coordinator probably wasn't working. It just wasn't, bro.
It's bad when Dan Campbell's got to call the plays.
Exactly. And Dan Campbell, I love Dan Campbell.
He's not an offensive caller.
But he's not an offensive play caller. CEO type coach, man. He just makes sure all the pieces are in the right place, right?
He's telling you to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, he's going to do that, man. But that's all right, man. This shows belief. But sometimes you gotta walk away from the table. But like I said, I really like their team, man. And I think
that was a weird hire though. He was the hot OC for the Cardinals, and I feel like the Cardinals really haven't had an offensive identity, so that was an interesting. They should have got Frank Reich. They should have got Frank Reich.
Well, I tell you this, right? So he got a young receiver, right? And like he had I guess it might say more about Marvin Harrison Jr. and his development more so than the coach, right? because you can bring the horse to the water, you can't make him drink it, right? So, if he gets anything out of this receiving core, which includes Jameson Williams, Amon Ra,
But
and a couple other.
they're already established names though. It's not like they're kind of, you know what I mean? Like they've
Well,
established.
here's my point though. My point is if he takes them up a notch, right? Which is kind of tough because they got a lot of offensive mouths to feed.
Amon Ra is already a top 5 receiver, so
Man, so I'm just saying, if he takes them to the next level, man,
they should have.
and
They
or
should have called.
my
they
bad.
should've
If
called
they
Rex.
do better than they did last season, right? That shows to me that Marvin Harrison Jr. is just he's not listening.
I will say though, like I agree with his comment. I don't think they called Frank Reich at all. They should have called him. The dude could have freaking cooked with this offense.
Yeah.
Reich would have cooked. Reich would have cooked with Goff, Gibbs, Montgomery. He would have had a field day. I don't think they even called him because I feel like he was obviously a better. I know he's older, but he's a proven track record of offensive production.
Well, the coach that the coach that we didn't know was the coach because I don't think because we were doing the preseason breakdown. It was like
who's Jonathan Gannon?
Who's Jonathan Gannon?
He sounds like a generated player.
We didn't even know he was the head coach of the Cardinals, and he was there for a while, man. So as they hire him as defensive coordinator, so maybe this will be a good. We'll see. Dallas makes their next horrible decision.
Just glaze over it.
Yeah, that's not gonna work, man. But Zach Robinson is interesting, man. I believe this is the same guy that played quarterback at Oklahoma State back in the day. So he's got that mullet. Goddamn mullet man. What is his head coach? Gundy, yeah. So he's got that
mullet man. He got the mullet man.
That's what I fucking remember, bro. He had that mullet going. That shit was mulleting.
I want to bring mine back.
Yeah, so damn, you had a mullet?
Yeah. When we was on this show. Plenty of times.
Oh shit, I can't get one.
That's what they made out for.
But I like Zach. I like Zach Robinson, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he's got the Mike Gundy system running through his veins. So maybe you can open up that offense a little bit more, man. And anything's possible, right? So we'll see. NFC South is really one of those divisions that's turning out to be really good.
It runs through Carolina.
Yeah, right now. And honestly, out of all the teams, they kind of look like
the most favorable option right now.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody else got questions, so we'll see, man. So the Chiefs go back. The Chiefs go back to the well one more time, man. So the only thing that works for me is to see if they bring back Tyreek Hill. That's the next one.
I don't know. Andy Reid commented on it the other day, but he didn't give anything up when he was talking. He's like, I don't even know if he's even healthy enough to even do anything right now. And I'm just like, man, if that dude gets a medical clearance, bro, you're going to sign that man back. You have to. You have to, because you know what you're going to get. Obviously, he's a bit older now, but just keep him healthy, bro. Like, you have the chemistry. He's ran the offense already. Like, it's a perfect fit. Like, he doesn't go anywhere else, and it worked.
Yeah, so I would agree. I would agree,
but I think Bieniemy's taking this job, and this is my last real chance to get a head coach and hire, because we all know he should have gotten, but he never got
nothing. But here's my thing, bro. It was his fault.
Yeah, it was his.
It was his fault. He didn't get no head coaching job, bro. Like, you literally come off 2019, right, with that Super Bowl on that team, bro. They were off the chain offensively, and you had a lot to do with it. And you fuck around and be like, well, I don't really want this job, or I don't really want that job.
He's not gonna be. He tore his ACL, bro. He's out. He is not gonna be ready for week 1. They'll be lucky if he even suits up next year. I wouldn't even let him play. You're not playing for nothing next year. Let him freaking rest.
Man, you tripping, man. Mahomes gonna be
He
Mahomes.
is
'Cause
not gonna be ready for week 1, bro.
He
There's
tore he
no
tore his ACL when
like in January. Like
not
it
in
right
January. Really?
end of December, maybe beginning of January, or
Let me
right
see.
at the end of
Hold
this.
on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me
He
see. Let me
tore it
see.
in like week 15 or week 16. It was right before the playoffs.
All
He ain't
right.
gonna be ready week
So
1. There's no
yeah,
way.
he tore his ACL in week 15, right?
Yeah,
So
he is
so
not gonna be
what
ready. Don't rush it.
so when no I'm saying so like when was that? Like that was
Week
like
15, week
January,
15.
December?
Like I said, either the very end of December or the very beginning of January. There's no
Okay,
way
so
I feel like they'd be rushing his recovery. I wouldn't do that. That's dumb.
so for me personally, right, I think he would be ready for week 1, but I don't think they're going to play him week 1.
No. I think
I
if he
think
plays next year, it'll be like halfway through the season, like week 8, something like that.
not week 8. I don't think so.
Dude,
Not if
I
because
would not
because
rush that man.
I wouldn't
I think
rush
that'd
it
be foolish.
either. I wouldn't rush it either. But if
They're
he
not
can
playing for
play,
nothing. Yeah, but they're
you
not
can play.
playing for nothing though. They got some holes, bro. They gotta fix a lot. I think the
They
enemy helps
and,
you, but they got a
and
lot of
they
holes.
got and they got a whole off season to do that, man.
I
I'm
don't
telling
know,
you,
man.
man. You're in a position if you're the Chiefs to really cash in on some shit. All right, like this season, you got a unseasonably high pick, bro. Y'all don't pick this high, so you can get an impact player in round 1. You can start to piece together that offensive line that's older now, but you can find you some options for the future, right? Then you can fix that defense. You got some shit there. Who's not gonna want to play with Patrick Mahomes, bro? So defensively, the pick is your litter in the free agency. Like as long as you can move some money around and sign a person here or there, you
I
good,
just,
bro. Because
I don't know if you fix it all in one off season though.
you can't, but I mean anything's possible if you got Mahomes back for at least 75% of the season. 75.
I just don't see it happening like that. I don't
I'm
see him
not
coming back.
I ain't about to forget how good the Chiefs were, bro. And if
No,
you
but man, like I would just be afraid that like whoever they get a quarterback, let's just say they start out the year, let's say like through 6 games, they're like 500, 3-3. Like, do you really like I would do nothing in my power to rush him back because that is my cornerstone for the next decade, and I don't want to rush his ACL and he fucks it up worse. Now I've got him out for even longer.
but here's my thing though. Like I get that point.
I'd be willing to lose a year if it means Patrick's 100%.
I'd be willing to lose a year too if the Broncos didn't have the same situation. I'd be willing to lose a year if the Broncos were if they had their quarterback, right? I'd be like, okay, we're not going to compete, right? Because we have our quarterback, right? They're good. We can do that, whatever.
Yeah, but I
But
think Bo
but
Nix maybe. Will you think he'd be ready for Week 1 with a broken ankle or no? Because I mean, ACL is pretty serious.
man, ACL is pretty serious, but
I know an ankle, an
John
ankle's bad
Elway played
too.
20 years without one. So
They're not built like that no more.
I mean, they're not built like that. I'm just throwing it out there. John
I
Elway,
agree. I
he played
agree.
without one. I
I don't
don't
see
think
how
you
you.
can
I don't see
play.
how you. I don't see how you step into a pass with no ACL, bro. How
I don't know how you play with a broken ankle either.
you running around with no ACL?
Like T.O. did that shit, but I
I mean,
don't know how you
and I
do it.
will admit, like ankle injuries are bad, and they always linger for a while. Like I had an
Yeah.
ankle injury last year, like where I had like a real, I think it was like a severe roll in my ankle, or I did something, and I felt like it took damn near a year for it to finally start like feeling like normal. Because
Yeah.
it's like when
So
you're constantly on your feet, especially imagine a quarterback, you're always dropping back in the you're having your 5 step drops, all this and that, and you're having to run it. Like that's a lot of things that go into that.
So I don't think. Bo. I think Bo Nix should be ready for training camp, right? But I don't
Yeah.
think. But I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna be more of a. It's gonna be more of a challenge than Patrick Mahomes and his ACL because you can say, "Hey, don't run that much," right? But if you're on the ankle, you're always doing it. The ACL, the knee
Yeah.
you can drop back,
Your
you'll put a knee
ankle,
brace
you have more
on.
pressure on your ankle because of the
Ex-
sudden
ex-
movements and stuff, especially the quarterback.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I think they're gonna think. So that's why I think the Chiefs are putting that into their equation
I just
about
want to.
if if you want to, keep Mahomes like not play him, but you
It,
got a chance to win the division this year
it,
because
yeah.
ain't nobody else gonna win that motherfucker. I mean, the
Chargers.
Chargers might, but I mean,
It all
you know,
depends on two things. If you get into that, it all comes down to is Bo Nix ready week one? Is he 100%? And also, I feel like more times than not, Mahomes is not coming back week one. Who's your quarterback? If you bring in a guy who's serviceable who can run the offense, you might be okay.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. He's available. Bring in Jameis. You have some fun
Yeah, I
at least.
bring up Jameis. Man, Jameis should be playing all the time.
Jameis and Kelsey should play together. There you go. Yeah, the Chargers do have a really good opportunity though.
Yeah, they just need. I don't know, man. They gonna be
Playoffs,
good.
bro.
They just
They're gonna be in the playoffs. You just
playoffs.
gotta
That's it.
wake up in the playoffs.
Yeah, they a
But
good
Chiefs will
team,
be
bro. But
Chiefs will be all right, man.
yeah, they
Chiefs will
be
be
all
all
right.
right.
I think that's it. We did all of that though, the
Yeah,
hirings and shit. But we don't need to talk about the firings because that's how these people got the job.
you're right.
That's how they got the job, man. So, hey, we'll run this commercial break, man, and then we'll do I guess we call it a deep dive, sort of college hirings and things like that. And then we call it a show, man.
There
But
you go.
but we'll be right back after this.
Welcome back.
What's good? What's good? I'm back. We back. Might be a little too wide. Hold up.
Double
Hold up.
wide.
Yeah, let me refresh that. There we go. All right.
Man, it's good to see that smooth in the comments. I wonder what touchdown Troop said he absent.
Yeah, they
They never on the same show anymore. You notice that? It's like one's on, but the other one's not. They never both on at the same time.
yeah, because we're gonna trash the Jets.
Yeah, well, yeah, you ain't gonna claim the Jets, but
Yeah, he trying not to.
You think it's free agency? Nah, this is lifelong contract, bro.
Yeah, he in the transfer portal.
Yeah, but like not really.
So, all right, man. So we gotta talk. Well, we kind of know Pete Golden is Ole Miss. So, I mean, he did real good, man. It's good to see Pete Golden in there, because he's had a rough run in terms of. Oh shit! I forgot to close the door all the way. What's up?
Oopsie.
What's up, girly? What's up? What's up? What is up? What is up? What is up, man? You had to know that door was open, didn't you? All right. All right. Can you get down? You're not little no more. Hello. 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 Okay, okay. Thank you for the kisses. All right, get out. Anyway, let me close the door real quick. Hold on. Right back.
Gotta kick people out, bro.
Yeah, man. Because you must have heard me talk. He's like, oh, I can get in there now.
Like, oh, I hear him a little too clear.
Yeah, I can scratch on the door and get out of here. All right. So, but like I said, Pete Golden, man, I think his run in the playoffs solidified him a little bit. So he'll be set in Ole Miss, man. He just got to really lock down the state of Mississippi, man, and keep them good players there. And he actually might be able to, sustain this, right? I don't think Ole Miss will ever be a national power, but I do think that they have a lot of talent in Mississippi, man, that you could really keep there, and you could be a really good team, man. Like kind
They
of like
don't have
Iowa.
they don't have
No.
high expectations. They don't. Like as long as you're winning consistently, you're like at least somewhat in the conversation. You ain't getting fired. It's the same thing with Lane. Before this year, like he was just winning. They were cool. Man, he got us winning. We win like 9-10 games, maybe. Missed the playoffs, no big deal.
Yeah, like they don't never really have that false sense of like, we should just win national titles every year. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have that vibe, man. But like I said, as long as you winning, you good. And then you never know how the chips fall with this new playoffs. You could get into the playoffs, bro, with 10 wins, 10, 11 wins.
Well, who's to say that after this season they don't change it? Because they made some revisions. They kept 12 teams. Obviously, they had to pacify Notre Dame because they're a bunch of crybabies. But like, who's to say that after the season, let's say the playoffs go away and they're like, I don't feel right about that. They might entertain 16 teams, Cam. And if they do, I'm hoping that is the furthest you go. Because if you go any more than that, now it's become trivial. You know what I mean? Now it's become stupid. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree, man. So Kent State did some new hire, man. Stanford did as well.
I
Bob
like
Chesney.
I like the Chesney hire, but UCLA it's going to take some time to get that brand where it needs to be.
Yeah, but I mean, look, at least they Deshaun Foster just didn't feel right at all. So
Hey,
it didn't
Virginia
feel
Tech.
it didn't feel right from Big Ten Media Day, bro. And
No.
if you fuck up Big Ten Media Day, like it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm just saying, man, if you're a new coach and you don't set the standard for what your team's gonna be at Media Day, it kind of puts you at a bad
Well, because
wavelength.
it already puts you in an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like one thing about what's up, Mom? Oh god. This is ridiculous. You gonna come over here and show your outfit?
It's my birthday.
Okay, I
Happy
understand that.
Yeah,
Don't you
exactly.
who you talking to? Who you talking to?
You better get it right.
Okay, come on, show your outfit. It's not even your birthday yet. Hey man, get that dog. Why you keep talking?
Yeah.
They'll put you in your place.
Hey man, get that dog off me, man.
My birthday is tomorrow. Hey, Brandon.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look, and he better have some for me, or it's
Yeah,
gonna be
or
a knuckle
else.
sandwich.
Or else.
Right. Knuckle sandwich.
Thing says you need glasses. Get out of here.
No. I have glasses. See, look, it was okay. See
Yes, you look fine. Your dog about to take it off of you.
there? Look, she think it's some type of toy.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, leave me alone. You better stop it. Stop.
Okay. Can you take the dog out of here, man? We're trying to finish this thing, man.
Okay, fine.
Trying to finish this thing, man.
Look, he's been mean to you today. He's been mean to you today. What's wrong with you? What? Okay. Just get down. Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
I almost spit my water out just now.
My water.
But
I'll be out. Literally like 30 minutes. We're gonna run through this.
I do we were talking about UCLA, but Virginia Tech knocked it out the park, bro.
Yeah, that was a
Hey,
good
that like
and
the
then,
fact that
and-
you get
and then he
Brent
fired
Pry
him
back.
as the defensive coordinator.
They be hey, like, yo, bro, did you leave the state yet? Like, just turn around, bro. I got you. Like
You're just
You
like,
could call
yo,
it defense,
I
bro.
need you. Like, I need you on my defense, bro. I mean, keep some continuity, man. The players love you still, man. Hey, let's do it. Let's do it, man. You know, it's cool, man. Because Rick Neuheisel did that one time. He I think the coach had got fired, and he brought him back like as a running backs coach.
that's pretty dope. But like Virginia Tech, that was just dope. I don't know. I really liked the fit.
Yeah, man. But you know what? James Franklin is a dope ass coach, man. They ain't had to do him like that. And then the person that they hired is literally not better than
Just
him.
wait, dude. I'm telling you. Virginia Tech, they going bowling this year. They definitely going bowling this year. For sure.
Yeah, so that shit gonna be fun, man. So
Eric
Eric
Morris
Morris,
good hire.
Oklahoma
Really,
State,
they about to be slinging that
they
rock.
about to light this shit up. This shit gonna be fun, bro.
I like it.
Take
I
me
love it.
back to 2008, 9, all of that. Take me back. It's about to be good, man.
And he
So,
got Master Maker transferred, yeah.
I don't know. Well, I don't
Hold
know.
I feel like he did, but we haven't talked college football in a little while, so I feel like let's see. I don't want to speak on it. Drew
Nah,
Master.
he's still with North Texas.
No, he's
Yeah,
at
he's-
Oklahoma State.
Oh, he's at Oklahoma State now?
He did train. I was trying to remember. We haven't talked about the transfer portal. Like that one kind of flew under the radar. I feel like, but yeah, he's at Oklahoma State. So yeah, they about to sling the hell out the damn ball. They about to light the Big 12 up, bro.
Yeah, that shit about to be
If they ain't got
good.
defense, they gonna drop at least 35 a game.
Yeah,
They
that
drop
shit gonna
some
be fun.
points, dog.
That's gonna be fun. All right, Jamarcus
else we
Shepard takes over at Oregon State. That's pretty cool, man. Cause
Yeah, it's okay.
it's pretty cool, man. I mean, from an Alabama standpoint, man, I like when coordinators and assistant coaches get head coaching jobs. So this is cool, man. It can either go
Yeah.
one way or the other way.
Do you
Right.
like the Silverfield hire for Arkansas? Or I thought we're kind of indifferent. Like I don't really know how to feel about that because he did a great job at Memphis, but
I don't like it because
he don't fit like the narrative of like what they know, like when
Yeah,
they win, like when they win, like when they're Houston Nut
when
guys
they
like that.
win, Sam
They run the
Pittman
ball.
was the perfect fit. They run the ball. Offensive lineman is what they do.
Silverfield's more of like an offensive, like centric, like throw the ball around, do crazy stuff. But like when
I feel like this is gonna end up like the
Chad Moore, oh, don't
Chad
say
Morris
don't
experience.
speak that. Don't speak that over him, bro.
I'm
Give him-
sorry, man.
give
It
him a
never
chance.
worked.
I know, but like I wouldn't speak that name. That's bad.
I'm sorry, man. They decided to fire Sam Pittman, so fuck him. Like I don't like that shit, man. Sam Pittman trying to work.
Did anybody hire him, or is he just chilling?
Shit, he got a good ass buyout. I'd be chilling, man. Fuck that shit. Like fuck what they say. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids, man.
Chilling. Yeah, he's chilling.
What is that? Jesus.
It's on this side.
No, I got it. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Now leave me alone. Come on.
Okay. Let's see. So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it, man. But I don't like the next hire either. I don't
Matt-
like. I mean, I
Campbell?
like it. I like it. It just feels like a parallel move.
It's a lateral because I feel
Yeah.
like James Franklin, like, I know they fell apart and I know they were like our national championship pick, but like how they fired him and then how you hired Matt Campbell, like, I just don't feel like you upgraded. No shade towards Campbell, but like you didn't upgrade. And I feel like if it's a big time program like that, the way it ended, you need to upgrade. But nobody wanted this job. Nobody wanted this job, like, at all.
Mm.
So
No.
we'll see what happens. I mean, it's not going to transition right away, obviously. And they lost a lot of talent to Virginia Tech, too. A lot of guys transferred over there. So obvious
Yeah.
reason.
So hopefully they weren't expecting this to take them to the next step because it's
No,
really
it's going
not.
to take a little while.
Yeah, so hopefully they do that, man. So like I said, shout out to Alex Morrison, man. Mortensen, he gonna be the
I like
head
the
coach.
hire.
Yeah. I like this one better though.
Yeah, I like Summer. I think he fits the he kind of fits the archetype, I feel like, of the vibe better. Like, I feel like, and like how you were talking about how Spurrier and them kind of feel like they kind of gave a seal of approval. I think that's very important. And I just feel like I feel like he just has the right mindset. And that's no shade at Napier. But what Summerall did, he led a team to the playoffs, bro. And not bad either. And I just like his mindset and how he's approaching. And you got to have that mindset going into Florida. Because if you have anything otherwise, like, you're going to get eaten alive and spit back out, bro. Like,
Yeah, man. I didn't feel that that seal of approval with Napier that I
no.
got from Urban Meyer
It felt like an
and
experiment. It felt like an
yeah.
experiment.
It felt like all right, we believe in this guy, right? But
Mhm.
under Napier, I didn't feel that same connection when he got there. So I don't know, but I think it'll be good. You just gotta give him some time. But Jim Moore going to UConn, I thought that was interesting.
Going to Colorado State.
I thought Jay Norvell was doing okay at, there. I just didn't think I
He's
didn't think.
going. He said he was going to UConn. He left UConn.
I mean, my bad. I didn't think he was. I didn't think he was leaving UConn, man. But
I didn't think so. It was a cush job.
yeah,
You know?
he just got him to 9 wins again. So I was
And
like,
he was killing it.
yeah, for a women's basketball school.
Yeah,
So
this is true.
so I didn't think he would leave, right? But I didn't think Jay Norvell would. I didn't think he was doing that bad at Colorado State. But
It's a hard place to win, Cam, though. Colorado State's hard to win at.
it is. It is, man. But I did. But I did. Like I said, it was interesting, man. So I'm interested to see what he does at Colorado State, man. I think they're shifting. Aren't they shifting to a new conference soon? So
No, that's still in the Mountain West, yeah.
no, but I thought they were shifting into like the new Pac-12 or something.
I think the name's floated around, but I don't think it's anything concrete.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
nice.
I mean, the Mountain West is changing too. You're getting some new teams, and now you get North Dakota State coming up this year too. So it's going to be really interesting. I think they win that conference year one. I think they can win year one. That's just me personally. But
So we kind of talked about Lane Kiffin.
the Lane train.
Yeah, we kind of talked about Lane Kiffin and ad nauseum, man. He gets the big boy job. So we gotta get big boy results, man. I just hope they give him the time that he needs to really get his quarterback situation and start to put them inroads in.
I think he did. I'm not going to get really into it because that's what the offseason's for. But like, if you're just talking about the quarterback position, I think he knocked that out the park. Like, starting out with no scholarship quarterbacks and the 3 guys he got in, and they all fit his like archetype of his system. I think Lane Kiffin's going to be all right.
So for me, I don't like this hire for Auburn.
Alex Goldus, no, I didn't like Auburn Is it because okay, let me clarify this when I ask you this. Is it because you don't like Auburn, or do you feel like he could have gotten a better job, like a better fit? Because I feel like it's a mixture of both for you. I know you don't like Auburn, obviously.
No, I don't like Auburn, but I don't like it because he actually might fix them dudes. Like that's what I don't like, man. So I don't like it because, man, one thing that's always, I guess you say,
He got his
messed us
quarterback
up.
too, Cam. He got his quarterback.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
that's a problem. He's
yeah,
good.
that's a big problem.
Brown is good, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. And what gave us problems under when they had Gus Malzahn and shit? Quarterbacks like that.
Dude, he's a
So
baller, bro. He can
so
ball.
so I was like, dude, fuck him for that. But he gonna fix them though, because that offense is just what's that? Josh Heupel on steroids. So like they gonna be ridiculous, man. But I will say, man,
I like the
Josh
cow
McCoy.
hire.
I
That's a
like
good
Josh
hire.
McCoy because he was under Nick Saban for a while. And yeah, went to NFL, which was crazy to me. I thought he was going to be like the DC for us, but he's like, nah, I'm going to college. Going to the NFL, and I'm going to be like a linebackers coach, right? So for him to come back, right, to college and be a head coach was really, really cool.
I
Man.
think he's gonna turn them around. I think Cal gonna end up being good.
Yeah, man, and he's a West Coast. He was like our West Coast
He gonna
recruiter.
pull he was in Oregon. He's gonna pull. He's got some pull in that state. So don't be surprised if he can get some good guys to come there.
Yeah, man. Like anybody we got from Cali underneath his recruiting in Alabama when he was there, he was the main person. Like he I think like when he was the recruiting coordinator, I think at least 4 or 5 times he was recruiter of the year or top 3 because we got a bunch of recruits from Cali, man, that were like 5 stars. So but like he know what he's doing out there. So that would be really cool, man. So Neil Brown gets another job, man. People didn't think he was going to win at West Virginia, and then he just won 9 games. And then they're like, "Oh well, you didn't win this year, so we're gonna fire you." I think he's a good coach, and I think he'll have North Texas, man, doing real good. Not as good as they were before, but I think they'll be respectable, man. So let's see. UConn gets
Toledo's coach.
Toledo's coach.
And they've had some. Hey, he got some players drafted too. He got Kenyon Mitchell's the first round pick. So, but the next hire is the one I like. I like Pat Fitzgerald to Michigan State. I think that's a really. That's the right fit.
Yeah, because one thing about Michigan State, man, when they good, it's when they ugly the game up. And one thing he did
His
at
teams are
Northwestern,
physical though. His teams are physical though.
they ugly the game up, man. That's what I like. I like that shit, man. Scrappy wins. That you ain't supposed to beat Ohio State 10-3, or you ain't supposed to be in the championship game against them. But you was there and you beat them. And you beat Penn State sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm.
You beat Michigan sometimes,
They
man.
sneak up on you.
Yeah, you was always in the fight.
But that's a good place to be at with that mentality. Because when Michigan State ends up being good, they end up being that team that sneaks up on you and punches you in the mouth, and you don't know how to react, and they just start beating on you. I think that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna get them back on track.
Yeah, so I don't really know much about Ryan Beard, but I do think Missouri State was pretty good this year.
Since coming to the FBS, yeah, he did good there.
So that should be interesting, man. We'll see what he can do there, man.
I think he'd be good, but man, I would have gotten a better offensive coordinator.
Who's offensive coordinator?
Our old offensive coordinator.
Who's your old offensive coordinator?
The one that Brian Kelly got fired over. The one he was standing up to bat for, and he was horrible all year and last year.
I can't remember his name.
I can't either. That's how forgettable he was, but he's bad.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's bad.
Well, he can always just be the quarterback's coach, and then Stein just calls the play.
That's what I'm saying. Now, I love the Brian Hartline hire to USF. I love that hire. I think he's going to turn a lot of heads. Now, I wish they could have kept Brown as their quarterback, but he'll do great. I think USF will be fine.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, man.
The Tulane hire, I don't think that's a good hire. The
I
Tulane
mean,
hire,
I think when you're Tulane, promoting from within was probably the best way.
yeah, but he did not do well where he was at before. He was bad.
What
He
was
was
he
not
before?
Southern Miss, and they were like really bad. Like that's before other
Okay,
two was there.
14 and 30. Okay.
Yeah, he. I get it. It's an established program, but a lot of people, at least in the state, I feel like the program's going to take a step. Obviously, you're going to take a step back, but they feel like it might be a drastic step back. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right, no.
I like the Charles Huff hire to Memphis. That's a good one.
Charles Huff has had a pretty good rise since he started being a head coach, man. Because he was I forgot if he was like an offensive analyst with Alabama, and then he moved up to like running backs coach or something, and then he goes to Colorado as like their offensive coordinator or some shit. Then he gets Marshall. And then Southern Miss, and now he's got the Memphis job.
So I'm saying, and Memphis is that's a really good job.
So
It's
yeah, he's coming up the ranks fast, man. So if he succeeds with Memphis, which is kind of a gateway job to everywhere else,
he can get if he does good there, he can get a solid Power 4 job when the one opens up.
Yeah, for real, man. So Colin Klein, man, I like that.
That's a legacy hire.
Yeah, I like that, man. So that should work out. He knows what Kansas State football is, and he's one of their best players. So that's always good. Always good. Let's see. I don't know much about Jimmy Rogers, but it's gonna be rough for Iowa State.
That he was there so long. Like there's gonna be some, there's gonna be some regression for sure.
Yeah. So and then he goes to and Kirby Smart.
Not Kirby Smart. I almost said the same thing.
Not Kirby Smart. Kirby Moore.
Kirby Smart leaves Georgia for the Washington State job.
that is like that gotta be some like
that's some
like that's crazy.
That's some NCAA stuff. That's some NCAA.
Yeah, that's like
stuff. He gets fired like for no reason, takes Washington State.
Like he goes Owen, he gotta go 0-12 for like 3 seasons for that to happen.
And then he goes to Washington State and turns him into a Power 5.
Yeah, like I can't see that. All right, but I don't know. We'll see. But that's their 5th coach in 7 years, so they ain't figured that shit out yet. Now Billy Napier should just go back to regularly scheduled program.
It should. He'll pick up where they left off. Since JMU's hit the FBS, they've been good. He'll pick up where they left off. Signetti did good there. Chesney did good there. Napier will do good, and he'll end up getting another job in a couple of years.
Yeah, Blake Anderson goes to Southern Miss, so that'll be cool. He got a pretty good record, though.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting. So it'd be cool to see
we'll see what Utah does.
Yeah, what he does, because this guy was under Whittingham for a while. So we should see. It should be good. Familiar face. Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. But that should be interesting. But Kyle Whittingham, man, going to Michigan was a big ass move, man.
Nobody thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna retire after that, man. But
he's like, I can still go.
He's like, oh, Michigan's open?
He's like, hell yeah, why not? YOLO.
Yeah, right. Like I said, man.
I like it though. It's a good hire.
Yeah, Michigan is good when they have a coach that is hard nosed, man.
They need stability though, and he brings it.
Yeah, they also needed to step away from the Harbaugh tree in a sense, because although Harbaugh is Michigan through and through, he played there, is what he does, right? It's been so much scandal under him, man. They got the national title, which kind of washes it away a little bit.
Yeah, but not really.
Everybody else has had the scandal. His whole tenure. They just needed a cleanse, a good cleanse, man.
And you brought in a guy with an established name.
and no scandals. You didn't hear none of that shit.
Clean slate. He'll bring physicality. They'll be well disciplined, and they'll play good football. I'm not saying they're gonna win the Big Ten, no, but you'll see a difference in like how they look on the field for sure. I'm a big Whittingham guy, so
yeah. So I like it. I like it, man. Damn. So Missouri State.
Sharon Moore's available.
Yeah, he done, bro.
Brian Kelly's available.
He might go there. Nah, he might be done.
No, I think he's done.
Damn. So let's see. So John Hauser going to Ohio.
Dude, and Ohio wasn't a good. Brian Smith was doing a good job, bro. Ohio wasn't that bad, but you had some stuff going on that kind of, didn't go so good.
Goddamn, man. What's up with these coaches, man, trying to live like Van Wilder, bro? What's up with that shit, dog?
Bro, I feel like it might have always been a thing, but Cam, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's become a big issue in the last decade or so. Like, I feel like ever since Hugh Freeze got caught with the shit he was doing, everybody else is like getting like it's Les Miles, it's Hugh Freeze, it's Mel Tucker, it's Sharon Moore.
We can get into it vaguely because it's a part of Hugh Freeze's legacy, right? But I mean, look, when you buying call girls with the school bank card, it's kind of like no shit, right? but now it's almost like
it's like a normal thing.
I can't tell you how many times, man, when Barry Switzer was at the top of his game, that he ain't dabble in it. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that was at the top of their game and got them jobs young, right? You're gonna do some stupid shit, right? So I think now they trying to put a zero tolerance on that shit now because it's so much.
Everything's interconnected though. Everything's social media. Everything's this and that. So it's like when something comes out, it blows up. With Hugh Freeze, with Les Miles, freaking Mel Tucker, Sharon Moore, like everything gets exasperated and blown up because there's no secrets. Everything, it's going to hit the media at some point. It's not like back in the day where something happens and you can push it under the rug or you can just take care of it. Now, if anything gets caught of wind, it's online, it's viral. Now you have to address it because it's going to kill your freaking representation for your brand, your university, your team. It's like you have to nip it in the butt. It's like the stuff right here with Brian Smith. Brian Smith wasn't even doing a terrible job. He was 8-4. Like, dude had a good record. But you did stupid shit. Like, come on, bro, what you doing?
I'm like, if you're Ohio, bro, it's like, is that really a big deal, bro?
You winning games. Like, you don't win games.
You're winning games, and you mad at him for doing some stupid shit. It's his personal life. He ain't stealing nothing. He ain't messing with no players. He ain't doing nothing, man. He good. Like, this is the most publicity I've had in years. You should be like, okay, man, look, we took care of it internally, man. We don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
1 year they were 8-4, bro. They were bowling. Like, they were good.
Bowling. And you're gonna just
in the back, bro. That's not bad.
You're gonna ruin that. You're gonna ruin that because he wanted some nookie. Leave him alone.
8-4 in the max. 8-4 in the max. Not bad, bro.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. That's a good spot.
Not bad at all, man. But like I said, man, when you're talking about all of like these scandals and stuff, man. Like I wanna say, is she laughing? But I wanna say, like, look, I wanna look at Sharon Moore like it's a bad deal.
They've had some recent stuff, some developments in that story too. I don't know if you've been reading into
that. I've been kind of tapped in. Like, it's not as bad as people made it seem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The media gets a hold of it, bro, and it's like you gotta squash it. It's not
Yeah,
we
man.
were in high school, like before like the Joe Paterno stuff, which we're not gonna speak on.
Yeah, that shit was
Stuff,
crazy.
but before that, like that kind of stuff didn't happen. Things didn't get blown out of proportion unless it was something really bad, like that situation. Now it's like you can have something real minor and then it get blown way out of the water. Like
Yeah, man.
you
And
say,
then like hearing people talk about what happened to Sharon Moore, it seemed like that type of stuff was festering the whole time. Like people knew about it, they weren't really saying shit.
it's one of those things where people know about it, but you can't speak on it, and you don't have enough like evidence to do anything with it. So once someone says something, it's like okay, Pandora's box, like just everything just goes bananas, and that's exactly what happened. That situation blew up really quick. Oh, we talked about. Oh yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yeah, not a very good hire. You should have hired Frank Reich. Just
Man, that
saying.
was some stupid shit. That was shit, man. I was like, what the fuck? Dane Hackett should be coaching nowhere. He goes to Pee Wee somewhere, bro. Use a NFL coach, man, and you're gonna need an assistant to help you with the day-to-day stuff, bro.
When your quarterback,
Not off the field. We talking game time stuff. You
Yeah.
need an assistant.
yeah,
No
you
way.
need an assistant
No
to watch
way.
your quarterback too, especially when he's doing high knees on the plane. So
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't say anyone but Hackett. I mean, they have some equally bad options out there, but
yeah, but anybody was better than Hackett right now. There was some pretty good ones available.
I'll call your offense if you want.
For real, man. I call the defense shit, man.
That's cool.
We
We
blitz
gonna,
all the time, man.
we gonna blitz and we run an air raid on offense. It's all right.
Yep, straight nasty, man.
Pretty freaking shoot.
If you don't, and if you put us on a college team, bro, I'm
Well, that's
telling you, over with, right? Because I'm not recruiting you at linebacker if you don't run a 4.4.
Oh, so the whole team we just gonna be fastest.
Fast,
Great speed.
and
Everybody's
fast.
got to run like a 4.4 or faster.
I'm telling you, I don't
And
recruit you.
my offensive lineman got to run like at least a 4.7.
I don't. Well, damn, not no, man. No, we want big dudes. I want behemoths. I'm talking about
so they run like a 5 flat. Like you want big ass
5 flat. I want 6 foot 7. I want
6'8".
no height less than 6'7".
The reach is ridiculous.
Across the board.
They got arms like Eli Ricks, like they big freaking.
Yeah, in fact, I want it to be a U shape, right? I want tall tackles, tall guards, and a tall center, man.
So you got Cam wants a defensive line like the fearsome foursome. That's what he wants.
For real. But you know what? As far as defensive line, I'm actually interchangeable, man, because I could go the 3-4 scheme like we were talking to Terrebone's coach, man. It could be interchangeable, right? I could go big, right? And then stop your run, right? And then just let my linebackers eat right there, right? But I love the fact that if we're in a zone, I can react to a bad pass better, right? So I would be an exotic blitz scheme, kind of like Venables does a lot, right? Take a guy here, substitute him with that one, right? But in terms of size, right? Like I could go 3 Vince Wilforks on my defensive line, bro. You're not running, but I ain't getting no sacks or nothing because they not that fast, right? But realistically, I take 3 Julius Peppers, right? Because even if you choose to take the linebacker, right? You let somebody like Julius Peppers run at you, you're not getting away. So, like, that's fine, right? I just love creating confusion within the offensive line, man. Because if you say, well, he's coming, no, he's not. He dropping out in coverage. Guess what? Dude from the side, just always, he got you already, right? So I love that kind of shit. Now, you're talking corners, man. I ain't recruiting your ass if you don't run a 4.2 or lower.
I feel like you want tall, long corners.
Nah, actually that was how I thought when I was younger. I was like, I need a 6'5" or 6'4", or I say 6'2" and up, That's what I
Some Legion of Boom stuff. How they were
yeah, I
freaking
needed
fall.
6 to an over, right? But then I got older and I was like, man, I need
Speed,
recovery.
but see, speed can cover for height. Your
Yeah.
speed can cover that. They can cover that distance.
Yeah, but I also, like I said, man, I'm always thinking about interchangeable pieces, man. If I got a big linebacker that's not as fast,
You can't drop him in the coverage.
put him at defensive end,
Mhm.
right? Because he's still fast enough to get the job done.
Well, he
He's
can
just
cover.
not
He can
fast
cover.
enough.
He can cover the flats and across the middle. He just can't go further back into the second level.
Exactly, but I'm always looking for interchangeable pieces at corner as well. Because if I got a tall corner, right,
Can
but
move
he's
him to
not as
safety.
fast as everybody else,
Put
I
him
can
at
put him
safety.
at safety, right? You cover a short distance, and he got the height too. So you never know what you can find there, right? So I'm always looking for interchangeable pieces, man. So if you want to get into my mind, man, just watch me play college football, man, on the stream. I'm telling you, it's a lot more than just doing it. Because I had my little brother watching me play one day, and he was like, "Yo, I see why you play it. You ain't. It's not as just you playing the game." I'm like, "Nah, bro. I systematically want to win a championship every year. Like I want to beat you up, but I also want to put as many players on the draft class as possible. All right, that's what I really like.
If y'all
I love that.
if y'all don't know about that, he got draft classes for days.
Oh yeah,
he has two. He got memory cards full of draft class.
yeah, it's like 20 something on there, bro. Like, but that's what I do, man. I like to do that because I had a guy that I had switched to like outside linebacker from safety, right? Like he wasn't getting no playing time, but he had like a 88 speed, right? But he had already fallen down the depth chart and shit. So the Urlacher types.
But I wish we could run a freaking dynasty with one person calling one side of the ball and the other person calling the other side, because that would be so fun. Be like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Don't know. You need to hold to the ball longer. What you doing?
Like, nah, man, look, like I'm trying to get to the quarterback. It's not working.
I can't score every drive, Jar.
He's like, I can't stop every drive. It'll be like Tom Landry and Vince Lombardi when they were offensive and defensive coordinator on the Giants. That shit was that those meetings were probably the fucking funnest, right?
Oh, they probably went at each other's freaking necks. Like, yo, I'm doing all I can. Well, I'm doing all I can.
He's like, yo, fuck your offense. Nah, man, fuck your defense, man.
In those exact words.
He's like, you know what? I fucks with your defense. I fucks with your offense, man.
Or they're both doing good. Special teams sucking. Like, man, special teams.
Yeah, man. Fuck special teams. You're like, well, fuck y'all. And the head coach is like, man, I'm not in it. Man, fuck you too. Because he ain't even do nothing. He was just there.
I'm just in the middle of the crossfire.
Bro, you can't tell me he was doing anything, bro. He was just there. You got Tom Landry and Vince Lombardi. What are you doing?
I'm pretty sure those assistant coaches were pretty damn good too.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you're not doing nothing. Like, he gotta be the first CEO type coach, bro. You can't tell me that. Those are two geniuses. Oh, don't worry about it. We got it today.
You know, you got it, coach.
Yeah. We ain't worry about the thing, man. We got it. John Unitas ain't going off today. Like, come on, man.
We got it taken care of, bro.
No,
they got Deacon Jones. We'll figure it out. It's all right.
We'll take care of it. Like, no. Why Tittle? Like, oh, he was on the team, but like, why Tittle? He good today. We gonna get him some points, man. We got Frank Gifford in the backfield. Frank Gifford's okay, man.
We got Sam Huff. We got all that.
Yeah, we good. Chuck Bednarik, who was that? He ain't gonna do nothing today.
all the young kids are watching. Like, who are those guys?
Like, do your homework. I'm not doing it. Yeah, Darrell Green definitely ran.
I did a reel on him last week.
Yeah, he was good, bro. He was good, man. I liked him.
Very good.
Man, we think What do you think that's a possibility?
I think it's probably more likely than not. But the thing is, it's not whether they're going to trade him. It's finding who's going to be that suitor. And I've seen some potential trade packages. Every time there's a trade package for a possible quarterback, at least that I've seen since the season's been done or like since the playoffs, it's been Minnesota. The Vikings are in the market for a quarterback. They want Joe Burrow so bad, but that's not going to happen. They stuck with J.J. McCarthy because they were too dumb to hold on to Sam Darnold. I could see them maybe making a trade with the Vikings. I mean, it makes sense, but it's not really an upgrade. It's kind of like still an experiment because you don't know what you got in J.J. McCarthy. He's been kind of buns, but he's been okay. And then you got Kyler Murray, who's got all this potential, but he ain't really ever lived up to it. So it's like,
man, that motherfucker finna play baseball, bro. That's what I think.
Can. He's still young.
Yeah, I think.
He's still hella young.
I think he got that money from the NFL, bro. But I think he about to play baseball because the Ace still got his draft rights.
He's 28 years old. It's not he can't. It's not he couldn't do it.
Yeah,
he's athletic. He's athletic as hell anyway. So it's like
that's what I think. I think he about to play baseball, bro, because his whole football career is the only reason he played football was because he had to go to the minor leagues. That's it. Because he was gonna play baseball, but he's like, you got to go to the minor leagues. He's like, are you crazy? I just won the Heisman. You out of your mind? I'm not going to no minor leagues. Either I'm going I'm going
to get drafted.
I'm going to the big leagues or I'm going to the big leagues. Either way,
in between, bro. But I think that's an option too. But I don't know. But I think that if he stays
under Kingsbury, it still wasn't good.
They still had dysfunction. They still had. It's been a roller coaster since Kyler's been there.
Yeah,
the highs were really high, but the lows were really low.
Yeah, and then you add an injury into that too, so you miss
injury and then dysfunction of the coaching staff and the weapons and the defense, and then it's good and it's not.
Coach, you sign a coach that we ain't even heard of. like what?
And then you bring in Nathaniel Hackett now.
Yeah,
but I mean, I think if he doesn't switch, they'll trade him. I don't see any benefit to Arizona keeping him. It's just finding somebody who wants to take on his contract that doesn't have crazy expectations. The Vikings could be an option there. There are some teams that need a quarterback. Maybe the Chiefs need a quarterback for now. Maybe they take Kyler on and then they dump his contract off after the year. We don't know. It could be anything.
But one thing is he ain't been.
I like him, but it took him forever to get his act together, I feel like. Because he was immature early on, and I feel like his mind wasn't there. And then I start feeling like, okay, well, he's finally got his mind there, but the production still ain't there. And then the organization and team as a whole has been very dysfunctional. So it's just been a cluster since he's got there. Pretty much.
Real. So, but hey, man, that is it, man. That is it, man. We did a deep dive on the coaching carousel, man. So this shit'll be be real cool, man. So y'all check it out, man. I'm gonna put some nice chapters in here, just so y'all can go and check it out. The NFL.
We might just do an all-season playlist. We can do that'd be cool, huh? We've never done that before. Don't get you started on what?
Nah, man.
Cardinals fan. Y'all got the oldest team. Y'all been around since like 1898. So
made a freaking move too, bro. A lot. Chicago,
St. Louis,
now Phoenix, and now Arizona. So yeah, it's been a while, man. Like I said, man. St. Louis Cardinals, man, they were so good, dog. They had so many good players, dog. Otis Anderson. They had the quarterback that led the league in passing that year in the 80s.
Yep.
God damn.
What was the reason?
Died too.
What was the reason for them leaving again?
I don't know. I don't know.
Was it like because then they left and then St. Louis gets another team and it's like, yay, and all 30 years later, it's like, yeah, St. Louis again. We just gonna your homie's like, nope, I got the team now. I'm putting them in LA so y'all can kiss my ass.
Yeah, because St. Louis is like
I
been
don't
a
think
spot.
it's
We ain't
not
never, we ain't
not a
never,
bad sports town though.
nah, we ain't never had like our team in football. We've always
Nope.
had a team.
Pit stop teams.
Oh, boo-hoo. It's not that bad. Not in terms of sports.
St. Louis ain't a terrible sports town. It's really not that bad.
No, man. Because
Yeah.
because one thing about it, right? So
He must be talking about when the Cardinals were there and they had the old stadium.
yeah. Like it's like I said, the stadium issue is actually true. I think with the St. Louis Cardinals, the football
All
team,
situations.
yeah, the
Both
football,
Rams and the Cardinals had that
the
issue.
football team, the football team was playing in a baseball stadium, right? And
What a
then
lot of teams ended up having to deal with, though, quite a few. Now it's not an issue anymore, but that was a lot more common.
And then the Rams were the same thing, right? You could have the Edward Jones Dome, but if you want,
You have to upgrade it. You have to renovate it.
And then we had you had the St. Louis Hawks in basketball too. So
but the Edward Jones, like they just had to fix it up. It's like the Saints with the Superdome. They've had to take money out and renovate it over and over and make it more modern. But St. Louis just wasn't going to do it, and homeboy.
It was a lot, man. It was a lot. It was people that like they wanted the stadium, but they wanted the people to pay for it.
Yeah, they wanted everybody in the city to pay with tax dollars.
Exactly, and that's not. And every time they put it up for vote, it would get shot down. Instead of Stan Kroenke just being like, "Oh man," and they put money into the soccer stadium too, man. But at the same time, Stan Kroenke would have just built the stadium with his own funds. Right?
He wasn't doing that. He's like, I'd rather just go back to LA.
I'd rather
So when they voted it through, he's like, well, hell yeah, let's go.
Exactly.
So, I mean, the Rams were in LA from the start, but
so I mean, but to get to your point about the NBA team, bro, because we don't really talk about the NBA like that, but it was actually a lot rooted in racism, honestly, because they couldn't get no stadium, but they also drafted Bill Russell #1, right? And you forget the Hawks have an NBA championship, but they got that in St. Louis, right? I think you had Bob Pettit on that team, and he averaged like 28 points a game, and that's still top 25 today, right? So that lets you know he was good, right? Then you add Bill Russell on there, right? But they didn't want Bill Russell. Why? Because he was black, right? But my whole thing is, who gives a fuck what color they was, bro? Bill Russell is one of the best fucking players. You fucking crazy, bro.
They got hella rings.
Hella rings, bro.
They talking about Chicago, they it's in the works now. They moving to. So what the hell, man? Like not Lambeau. Soldier Field's got to become a historical site. Like you can't tear that stadium down. But it's like, how could y'all not have gotten it done? Like I understand Chicago's not a favorable place. I know they have a lot of issues.
Indiana, bro. I don't think so.
They just had some very It's in the works. It's in the works, bro.
Man.
It's in the works.
You can't tell me the Hallis family that had this team for almost 100 years. And you gonna tell me they gonna move to Indiana?
It's got some traction, bro. Like it's not like one of those. It's not like those conversations. It's not like those conversations where teams were rumored to move before. Like when the Saints were rumored to move to San Antonio, but they ended up not moving. It's not like one of them situations. That stuff never got a whole lot of traction. This has got like a lot of traction.
Man, that's crazy. What do you call the Indiana Bears, bro? Gary.
It's like the Chiefs going to Kansas.
The
or whatever.
Kansas Chiefs, bro.
And
Like
not even Kansas City, no KC. It's just a K with an arrowhead now.
Kansas Chiefs. That's so fucking
That's
lame,
two
bro.
historical stadiums. Like that won't get no
That's
love no
two
more. Like
historical teams.
that's what I'm saying. Like Arrowhead gone, Soldier Field gone. Like what are we doing?
For real, man.
He said, "You want to see somewhere depressing? Look at Gary, Indiana."
Yeah, the only
It's a
fucking
small.
team.
It's a small town. It's not even big. Like they got a population of what, like 50,000 or something like that. I think it was.
That's what I'm saying, bro. There's just no fucking way.
Is this like a situation like with the Raiders or like in the freaking A's and the Warriors where it's like, screw Chicago, like.
Man, that shit is crazy, dog. Like, ain't no way. Lamar Hunt didn't spend all that money and win all them Super Bowls and start the AFL for them to move to Kansas. Like, nothing's over there. There's nothing over there.
It's like someone moving. It's like someone moving a team to Iowa. Like, what are we talking about?
Like, yo, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? Like, you just like it's just.
I thought it was a lot of. I thought it was smoke up the ass at first with the Bears, but it doesn't seem like it's smoke up the ass no more, bro. Seems like it's literally happening. Like, what are we doing? Like, you killing like one of the most historical franchises that last sold for a crisp. It sold for a crisp $100 bill. Like
fuck no, man. Nah, you ain't finna do that, bro. Nah, I don't think so. I think it's just. I think they trying to do that, man. They trying to get some money from the city, man.
They got to renovate. I mean, if the Bears stay in Chicago, like, do you get a brand new stadium and do you just keep Soldier Field as like a historical site, or like do you freaking just ball out and just renovate the stadium? Because Green Bay ain't going nowhere. Lambeau is staying.
No, bro. Because it's owned by the fans, bro. The city. So you ain't bro. Y'all talking about moving? Fuck no. You better go somewhere else. I could get an expansion team. But, I mean,
expansion team in Indiana is a horrible idea.
Yeah, that's like me putting a team in Alaska, bro.
Or Alabama. The college team works. College team works, but I just don't think an NFL team works there. It's the same thing. It's like sticking a team in Mississippi. I just don't think that shit works.
It depends on where you put it at, right? What city you choose, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't put a team in Alabama in like Tuscaloosa. You can't put it there. But if you put it in Montgomery, maybe a small market team in Montgomery might work. A small team in Jackson might work.
I feel like that would have worked years ago, though. I don't know if it works in this day and age. Like this whole Indiana thing, I don't think it's a really logistical good idea.
Yeah, because the only cities in Indiana that actually are worth a damn is Indianapolis. That's it.
Yeah, why are we putting a second team there? That's dumb. Like what? Like that don't make like logistically don't make no sense. An NFL team in Mississippi is a horrible idea. Mississippi's so bad. Like, we got lucky to have one. Mississippi's bad.
I mean, like I said, it just depends on where you put it at. If you put it in Jackson, right? Maybe. I think a baseball team in Jackson, Mississippi.
A baseball team in Mississippi makes more sense than football. Football, like, I feel like 2026, you got to be a big market. You can't open up a small market team in this day and age. It just won't work.
See, you can't say that.
People don't care about the sports. No, what? Oh, see, you one of the people that watch The Waterboy, and you assume you know everything about being down here.
Nah, bro. and I lived in Louisiana with the swamp people. That
don't care about sports is crazy. Have you never watched LSU football? Have you never watched LSU football? Have you never seen those fans? You think they don't care about sports? They start tailgating. The game's Saturday, and they start tailgating on Wednesday or Tuesday, bro.
And the Gators too. Come on, man. Hell no. So I can't agree with you on that one, man. Because me coming down to Louisiana changed my whole outlook on sports. just by getting knocked out by Roy Williams before a JV game.
I forgot about Roy. Oh, Mississippi. No, Mississippi, they ain't got shit out there. That's hunting leases out there.
Shoot, man. But all right, man. Like I said, we've been on 2 hours, man. We'll be back. You see us on the streams we do, man, throughout the week. Like I said, we'll be on there. Got a new project coming out tomorrow, man. Winning is contagious, man. It's my mom's birthday present, sort of. So
Okay.
she don't give a fuck.
She's like, yo, bro, that's what you got. That's what you got to tell me.
I want something I can touch. That's not it.
She's like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Get that shit out.
Nah, bro. But new project coming out, man. It's like a new EP. Like I said, trying a different sound and shit. So that should be fun, man. So that's pretty much it, man. About to get this streams on though. Trying to do some more consecutive streams out here, man. Whether it be baseball, football, and everything. But this channel specifically is gonna be football. And just kind of continue my dynasty, man. I don't know. Like I said, I stopped with the first one because I fucked up. But but we're gonna do it again and try to do it better. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get it done, man. So no, I'm not. Nah, but yeah, man. So before we get up out of here, man, what you gotta tell the people?
Don't tune out. The off season's just as fun as the regular season. If you get tired of watching game previews and breakdowns every week during the season, dude, the off season's cool. We cover free agency, we cover the draft, we cover spring ball, we have side series, we do fantasy drafts, we do what if series. The off season's where you get to open your creative bag and just pull stuff out and just try. See what people like. You know, some things do really good, some things don't. You have to keep trying, but it allows you as a content creator to be creative and have fun and not feel like, ugh, okay, week 13, damn, we're not to the playoffs yet. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're not there yet. Now it's like, now you can just have fun, relax. Not saying relax, because we kick it into overdrive, but it's fun. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people either stop covering until the season starts or they take a major step back. But we just put a foot on the gas and we just keep going. So, like, once the NFL draft starts kicking up, probably in March or so, we'll probably do a few live mock drafts. We might try to do each our own one and publish them and see, maybe do a couple revisions. But we'll do a live draft show like we did last year. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And before you know it, the season will be back.
We appreciate that. We try to keep it lit, man, because it's the Sabbath. You're not supposed to do anything on Sunday.
Just talk about football.
But that's what we do, talk about football. Like I said, but he is right, man. Draft season is going to be crazy, man. Like I said, man, I'm going to look up some more websites that kind of break down the prospects and everything. But like I said, the Raiders have been on the clock since the season ended. So
the Raiders been on the clock since August.
Yeah, they've been on the clock since they were mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. So they've been on the playoffs. So interesting to see what they do, man. But yeah, man. Like I said, check out all the stuff that we do, man. The shorts, the lives, old stuff, man. I'm telling you, man. Call us out in the comments about like, yo, that was stupid. Especially me a couple years ago picking Carolina, but I wasn't wrong.
He's just ahead of schedule.
I was ahead of schedule. Shoot. But all right, y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one next Sunday. Y'all check us out. Peace out.
Peace.